Good morning, everyone. So with this raised bed, we had a bit of a mess up at first. All of the seeds that we first started never germinated, and that was due to the soil that we chose to use. So when it had been several weeks since no germination, almost 2 months since no germination, we decided just to empty all of the trays. But now we have tomatoes coming next to basil and onions where they're supposed to be. I think this is a strawberry, but we have more parsley and stuff over here. We have a chard growing right here, like literally right next to an onion. We have more tomatoes growing over there in the lettuce bed. We have spinach in the lettuce. We have beets in our arugula. We have a pepper right here. So, word of advice, just be careful. It's about 8:30 in the morning and it's been raining the past few days. I'm very thankful for that because prior to our rain dump, we had about a week of 90-degree weather. So our plants are very happy to have some rain. Here is the mystery bed, the bed of everything. That is not something that we cultivated, but it's definitely something we're growing. Okay, so we are out here this morning in the garden taking a check on our peas. In my opinion, they could be doing a lot better. They're starting to develop this sort of strange white on their leaves, almost as if they're being munched on by somebody. Down here we have a little bit of dead leaf pile up. Nothing too bad, we can remove that. Does anybody know if this is some type of fungus? Let me know down in the comments if this is something more serious. I just did a bit of tomato care on our lemon boys. We're very excited about them this year. We also have lemon basil growing among it. And as you can see, they're starting to flower, which is very exciting. Only one blossom so far has a little bit of rot. Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday and we're out in the garden. We wanted to get a lot of things done today because we both have a few days off and it's supposed to be really hot this week, so we wanted to kind of get a few things taken care of and then sort of put shade cloth on, hopefully so that the rest of the week our plants do okay. Next week is supposed to be better, but we've definitely been having some over 95-degree weather, so that's definitely hard on them. This morning though, I came out here and we've been noticing this over the past few days actually. Our potatoes don't have enough room. They're starting to grow out and over. As you can see, this one kind of like looped around something right there. So we used to have sort of rocks spaced around this bed to sort of keep this area from flooding. This spot in particular floods quite a bit, so that's why we kind of were hilling that in terms of these potatoes to try and keep them a little bit above the ground here. But as you can see, they're starting to grow way too far and they need a place to develop. So actually, I know I probably shouldn't be doing this, but this potato is forming pretty well actually. I'm very excited about him, but he was pretty much exposed yesterday and he is what alerted me to the severity of this problem, is that our potatoes, see here on the end, they're not going to develop if they're out of the ground. And you can already see the soil is starting to get rooted. So we just really want to give them more space. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to take all of this rock out and sort of fill in with more dirt here so that they can be happier. Another thing we're gonna do today is harvest our first harvest. We have spinach here. The leaves are starting to get quite big. And we have a parsley hiding behind here. We have arugula over here. And I've been noticing these green things. They look like eggs to me. If anybody could leave a note down in the comments, is that what this is? Have you seen this on your plants? And if you have any tips, that would be great. So I mentioned in one of my last videos that this raised bed, we made a mistake with this raised bed. We ended up not having a lot of, at the beginning of our season, a lot of our seeds did not germinate. And so that's why I took a day and dumped all the soil and incorporated it into our raised bed in the process of us filling it. So then I added more soil on top and then we planted everything that you see here. But now we have other stuff coming up too. So we have sort of a mystery bed. We're not quite sure what varieties of tomatoes are growing, or, you know, and we have probably 6 tomato plants growing in this bed, which is quite interesting. It's really interesting to know that even after expecting to have killed these plants, the seeds still germinated. You know, even after a couple weeks in just like a better environment, they were still valuable seeds. So I think that is a good lesson to learn. So yeah, we have just like a few wild strawberries here. It's way past strawberry season. In fact, we have a few more little guys over here. But that's okay. We're getting them growing. We're trying to get things established here, and then be able to move things around later. But yeah, you can see that we have here, this is supposed to be strawberry, this is chard. This is a beet growing here. If we start moving back, you can see we have two varieties of peppers, and we're not quite sure which ones these are. We're hoping these are our Basque peppers, because we didn't have any more seeds of those, so keeping our fingers crossed. We have some types of alliums here, either bulb onions or chives, shallots or something, more tomato, parsley. Our kale is not doing well. It's getting eaten, unfortunately. And then here we have our sweet Genovese basil growing. And we didn't mean for this to happen, but we have some tomatoes growing over here as well. So we're a bit of unintentional intercropping. But yeah, we are just trying to take all these tomatoes out today and sort of clean this bed up, get it ready for sort of spacing out what we already have.